You can see the two-dimensional picture given in your textbook. 8.4 figure, a pivotal joint. You can see this skull. These are the neck bones, and here the pivotal joint is, where it allows your head to move in front, bend at the back like this, turn towards right and left, but you cannot turn your face towards the back side. Okay, so in a pivotal joint, a cylindrical bone rotates in a ring. A cylindrical bone rotates in a ring. Ring के अंदर cylindrical bone rotate होता है. So it can rotate towards three sides and bend in two directions. Next one is hinge joints. Open and close a door. अगर आप दरवाज़ा खोल बंद करो तो क्या देख सकते हो? ऑब्जर्व द हिंजेस ऑफ द डोर केयरफुली. हिंजेस ऑफ द डोर मतलब जहाँ से दरवाज़ा जुड़ा हुआ है. एंड आई शो यू द हिंज. दिस इज कॉल्ड hinges of the door. Here you can see this one I am pointing out. So these are the two hinges you can see, and one cylinder kept on the other, and I can open the door. I can open the door and close easily with the help of these hinges. Okay, so in one direction it can move. तो ये है how the door is connected to the frame of the door, and with the help of hinges, and from where you can open and close the door in one direction. That's how the same way the hinge joint works in our body. That's how the hinge joints work in our body. They allow the bones which are connected to it to move back and forth. Back and forth मतलब पीछे की तरफ मुड़ सकता है, आगे की तरफ वापस उस तरफ ले जा सकता है. That is called back and forth. Just like this, you can see here, it can move from here till here, and then it can come back to its original place. That movement is called back and forth. Okay, like this it can move to one position and then coming back to the original position. That movement is called back and forth movement. Okay, so hinge joints help our body move back and forth. Is that clear? And the example of hinge joint, the elbow. The elbow has a hinge joint that allows only a back and forth movement. And just think of other examples, few more examples of hinge joint. Now have a look at this skull. The lines you can see here, what does it represent? It represents the joint of several bones with each other. What type of bones or joints are this? They are fixed joint. What is it called? They are called fixed joint. In that case, if you talk about this upper jaw and lower jaw, you can find that the upper jaw is fixed while the lower jaw is moving. So certain joints in our body are of this type, fixed joint. Understood? So this was all about different type of joints. Now we are going to talk about when different bones are joined with the help of joints, what does it form? Yes, it forms a complete skeleton. All the bones in our body also form a framework to give a shape to our body, right? And this framework what is it called? It's called skeleton, as I told you earlier. Children, see this framework and look at the picture. This is the framework of the bones in our body, which is called skeleton. See here, these are the several joints. Here you can see so many joints in the foot part of the feet, and ankle joint, knee joint. Here you can see the hip and thigh joints. Here the wrist and palm bones, how they are joined with each other. This is the example of elbow joints, and this is the backbone, and these are the rib cages. Rib cage, you can see your rib cage, the rib bones you can see, collarbone and the shoulder. Here you can see joints over here joining the arms and the collar, and here the neck and the head, how it is joined. You can see the joints on the skull also. So different types of joints you can see in this framework, and this is that framework which gives shape to our body, which allows us to stand erect, and the joints with that you can see here allows us to move our body parts. Not only the skeleton, when this skeleton framework is joined with muscles, about which you are going to study later on, they combine together to give a beautiful body which we possess now, which helps us to move in different directions and which helps us in doing different or innumerous work. Is that clear? So now we are going to talk about this framework, the different bones. Do you know the human skeleton is composed of around 305 bones at birth. Then as the time passes, as you grow up, the number of bones in the skeleton changes with age. It decreases to 206. इसका मतलब क्या है कि बोन्स कम होते जाते हैं? No. What happens? The rest of the bones during the adulthood you have 206, and after some bones have fused together. क्या होता है कि एडल्टहुड के बाद कुछ बोन से एक दूसरे के साथ जुड़ जाते हैं और एक बोन वो बन जाता है. For the flexibility, the kids have more bones in comparison to the number of bones found in adults. That is why children are flexible, more flexible than the adult person. It is because of the number of bones they have more, and whereas in an adult person the bones are fused.